Hanyeva Nebaza, you alone. Go by Chanju Sinsiati Konlaya, and indeed. Losing the nature to the Rabba, the travel, the travel soon you sunny. Nebaza, you alone. Go by Chanju Simson, you said, Layandini. Tara Son Yunguruba, Yon is on Dambo, Lulu so Chasu of China, Tama Mai do Nesan, Jura Gudu, Namshi Shuru Sagi, and Kankavana Namshi, Ranganashi Kawa Shun Shusati, Namshi Nisanjar Saganeti, Nesanja Sagi Ludu Trudu, Toma, Tele Uso, Sa Umachawari.
Now, again, to get back with the never or the state that about the nadis and creative fluids and motion about the carrier, the wind or the wind element. So, initially, at the time of conception, when our consciousness has just entered the egg and sperm, the central sushma begins to form. Then begins the right and left channels. And at central heart, the earliest ones are the 4 branches. So now all those 4 nadis at the central heart has different names, and they form them. Now they form first. So, in addition to the 4, there is those 4 branches of nadis, plus the central nadi and right and left nadis, plus one addition, dutil, in Tibetan, please get dutil ma. And addition of that, these are called 8, the first formed nadis. So we have to make a fine difference here, that we said first formed 8 nadis, right? They are the first formed 8 nadis. Whereas when we talk about the 8 nadis at the center of the heart, those are different. Those 8 are the 4 main branches and 4 secondary branches which forms from those 4 main branches at the center of the heart. So those are the 8 nadis of the heart. And these are 2 different things. 4 nadis of the heart and 8 nadis of the heart and 8 first formed nadis. They are 2 different things.
Dojema singatenala long jugumare, coronale long jugumare, long yadumari jugumare, could me and but long duale could no jagre, gijigre.
So
Shiduma to long jugumare.
The tilma, which we added on the 4 and 3, and we added 1, right? We had the additional one named the tilma, and in that nadi, there's no flow of the wind inside it, and but it blocks the others for the flow of the wind inside them.
다 닝게 산다 제체 닝게 산다 제부터 봐 되면 히도 송그 자송으로 송으로 지구래.
So now from 8 of those, the eight nadis of the heart, from the 8 nadis of the heart, now we have to divide them up into 3 each. That 3 each as the dew or the dust, Mun as the darkness, and Ningdup as the courage, named after of the dust, darkness, and courage, into those 3 types. So from each one of them, we have to have 3 each.
민시라 세부 제고 말에 류 멤버 히도 송선 지그래. 디 세부 제고는 류도 멤버 히도 고가마 송제, 농지 베게 송제, 자당문 송제, 가마부 제고래. 세고 말들이. 다 되면 히도 송자 송송제 잔도 제는 니슈자지래 유니슈자지 그 자스 그랬더라.
So those 3, now the 8 into 3, the nadis of the dust, darkness, and the darkness, and the courage. Now those 24, 8 into 3, 24, they are called the 24 nadis of the 24 sights.
다 유니슈자지 자래래야 고송투그 자송송체는 되죠 니래.
Now the nadis of those 24 nadis, now we are 24, right? Those 24 nadis into 3. The nadis of the body, nadis of the speech, and nadis of the mind, thus 72 nadis.
다 되죠 자녀부터 동차를 타타된 동차를 제는 자 동차 되죠 자녀요래.
So those 72 now just multiplying, and finally now 1,000 each on each nadi, so in short 72,000 nadis.
관계 나주 정매 지어차 동차 되죠 자녀 초나지 누가 부여 바시 권세 너던 거도 저 쇼사 동차 되죠 자녀 대강에 내던 게 보고요. 다들 알리 대인 리버지야. 자 차로 되지래.
As we recite in the auspicious song towards the end, that where we pray for the 72,000 nadis. Now,
다자 오마레 루잔이게 되는데 섬들라야 지오디시 콜로 네발론지고 다자다 만유시는 고루를 요쇼 지오디시 콜로 네발론지 콜로 니가 추지 콜로 되어 주베 콜로 지부데 네 치어지 콜로 지레 산에 디준지 콜로지 콜롱아리 다도 너비 의지 콜로 중앙지어 대지기는 장고를 주 자송 콜로 주단 제바스데 되레 자송 콜롱가다스데 너비자데 마지어리 저도 알아서는데 조린 공도 네 산에 장고될 시라 공고사요 말이 되면서 콜로지에서야 돼 어다 된데스제 자 차루다 된데 지금 리그리야.
So now for daily practices, now we need to know the 5 locations or the 5 chakras, the bliss chakras of the head, the utilizing chakra of the throat or the Dharma chakra of the heart, emanation chakra at the navel, and the bliss chakra at the secret organ, and also if you count up to 6, then there's the minor chakra in the right inside the gem of the secret organ. So in that case, we can say 6 chakras. Sometimes we say the 3 nadis along with the 5 chakras. Sometimes we say 3 nadis along with 6 chakras. When we say 6, we include that little chakra which is inside the gem of the secret organ. Since in our daily practices, there's not very many where we need to do the practices inside our secret organ chakra, so we will mostly be concerned with the 4 chakras here.
아니 자차 자 루장이 자자 Sandu Chai on the Toma Sim Shusage, Sim de Tilgaman Koga Junala Yore, Tigon Lasa Omache, Rujan Sandu Sudami Hodu, then Rasi, Shantata Long de Long Signori, Tilitina Tomni Yoinza, Tayachi, Machi, Yayon de Tilikabu de Gonlior, then Agniwajin Drebenes Leon, Jewel Lenuri.
So now the way the knots of the nadis are, that in our mind being within the anticipating drop at the center of the heart, and then the knots are just above it and at the bottom, right? Now what we have to try to do is to loosen those knots up and down, and first try to loosen those up and try to reach the drop up to the throat and so on.
Then Telekabu Leung and take Telekabu Pension Cheva, Pension Cheva Dandirava, or Tuchiva, the Koran Jewel Dene, Koran Dene, the Koa Kabuta, Rubata, Kong Manchida, Payung, Colatene. Marchi, Telemabu the Mandria, the Devana today order. Colatene, Kamabu Pegri, they were Zozo Kamabu, and Shada, Chada, Babada, all the true Jayungre, Yag, Sabandu Jure.
So now the white nadi, or white creative energy, which forms mostly on the corner head and so on, it mostly is responsible for the formation of our bone and bone marrow and so on. And that creative energy, which is on the navel of our in center of the navel, that mostly produces like blood and flesh and so on. Of course, primarily the red creative energy. Now how we have it here is now all the nadis inside the body as in the nature of the Pamo or the Viranis, and all the creative energy inside as in the form of the deity, of the male deity.
Ta tsati ne chiri ta tsaka na ja di jebu shira she na peshan dizama imbe tawasin mandawa yungu yori dimjo ki kosu shewa ta sandu na shewa ni chenpu chindagi yo mari menda goya da sandu da dijo ki chet cha dija ranga liu la kam tsa chalu mandawa yori ta ali jitun chini tili chiri ta lungi ne su shen tsawe lunga.
So now the formation of the nadis. Now this is all about it. This is a brief discourse on formation of nadis. There will be a slight difference between the way it is talked about or way it is explained in the Guhasmaja and way it is explained in the Heruka. The reason is that the candidates' difference in the formation of the same onadi in the candidates made the difference in the explanation in those texts. Now about the wind, the five primary winds.
Lunga ganane ta lunga bude kam su yori torse je lunde torse sakambare.
Now the descending wind, or in Tibetan Tursir, that it is our earth element.
Salungre, sagamre, samare, lungre, sadang lungge gurvayon.
So it's the earth element or the salung, the earth wind, but it is not the earth. Of course, it's not earth. We know that. The soil, it's not.
Turse lung kono dösa de sanelere, kore dewa dösa kore kongorudi.
Its place or its home, its primary home is the sangne or the secret organ.
Nyamne ke lung singe de lung kambare.
or nyamne equalizing wind. I think they call it nyamne or equalizing wind. That's the wind element wind. Its main residence is the navel, at the navel. Sorry. And the Songzing Lung, Songzing or the life-holding wind, it is a water element in nature. Its residence is at the heart. And ascending wind or the Jinju Lung, it is a fire element in nature. Its residence is thought. Pervasive wind or the Tabjik Lung, Tabchi, its location is the
Babu Samala Chabni, Babu Kumbu Sudan, Pechi Tsile Mendo, Pacheviche de Ore. Savelon ne de Sandi Saji Yomare.
Come space element, and it is everywhere. They even in joints.
Yelagalong, da Savelon Chedi Chondun Ju, Tela Tanzan Lasso, Long Jadanganju. And
there are 10 or 5 secondary wind elements, and in addition to that, there are about, again we can count up to 150 and so on. So if we just explain too much at a time, it will be confusing.
Long Omanala Shugu. Long Omanala Shubu Tavila, Miba Kabani Megun, Chilaneto, Zaza Gongo. Miba Neto Nasa, Londa Sim Jubaji, the Sinkawa, Miba Tede, Long de Le Yong Inza, and then Long Shuyung.
So now our primary goal or the purpose is to draw all the wind inside the Sushma, right? So thus, in order to do that, now we have to mikvah or focus our mind at a spot, because that or at the right spot. Because if wherever our mind is focused, the wind is also right there. It comes right there. Wherever our mind is present, wind also starts gathering there.
Pentanda Gondi Gondan Chiware, the Mita, the Ansu Song Don of Jige, Saja Lula, David Zangur the Choi in Sumyor.
So now for the focal object or the location for the location to focus our mind on. Now some say it is of two, the ordinary and the superlative. That accordance with Satya, they say at the navel is the superlative. In Gelug, we say that chakra at the heart is the superlative.
That in Nesonza Neta Noya de la Tagilu in the Sajay Toma Gonsade, Oma Yana Manada, the Nedilla Nedon Tagechi, Sabarto Tana Nejo Mada, Dimjoda, Gigi Toma Nedon theory, Triva Colondola, even the Siji, the Rinchuganesiano. They were also in a Manaram Siado, Zorin Toma Gonsatire. Redine, Niga Chosa Guadi, they were Nedon, no Mana show already, Chod Jurvad, and Nigare. Naludi, Niga do Sona, and Dereva, Uselhi Shargiore, Tiba to Chagameva is a Gilugusun at Diri.
So the Todi at the center of the heart is the superlative, the focal place for the concentration. But in both school, we try to do either on the tip or the bottom or the sushma as to beginner to begin our focal object, to focus our mind on. So most of the time that we begin by focusing our concentration at the navel, at the navel. But reason why we said that at center of the heart is the superlative is because if we are able to gather our wind inside central sushma, then as that is the where we get receive the wisdom of that clear light or clear light. For that reason, we said that at the heart is the superlative.
다 미바네 던선이 미바가바 때때라 롱데 대 용이 어레디 첩제지 롱데 바부보가 서만 첩니요 콘도 카요 용이 어마레.
So the mikba wherever we focus our mind on, wherever we focus our mind on that focal object, that all our winds begin to gather there. But the all-pervasive wind, that since it is saturated all over, as it pervades even on a pore of our skin and so on, so it does not follow it. It does not come gather.
첩제지 롱데 마지 공도지 전부 누구를 봐도 조번 누구요 말. 조번도 용도 세면 타도 조용 버려.
So that all-pervasive wind or all-saturating wind, that does not, of course, it gathers to a certain quantity when we do the practices, but to be able to gather every one of them inside begins only when we are on the final stage of the isolation of the mind, or get the Tibetan title, Sim Wen Tatu.
신로다 지바지는 치료 지다와 신도 돼야 돼 생은 다도래. 되게 대행안에 줄여당 리마소발레 누구래? 제가 생은 다도 줘발라. 배치리 미세 요노마도 이제 레지 찾아를 되어 버려.
So that at the final stage of the isolation of the mind, that it almost the one's practice become almost like the going through the actual death process. So thus the one is able to draw all the wind inside the central channel. And moment one gets out of that stage, then one actualizes the illusory body and appears out in form of illusory body moment one crosses that stage. And there could be some exception, otherwise that that stage has to be crossed, or that achieve the stage with help of a concert.
다 롱다 셈니부텔이야 차라디시 류다 셈니 차라하고 거래. 류라바 등 아주 셔르 뒤제 니레. 코벤도 하시고요 말이야.
So we need to know the gross and subtle body, that this with gross body, it does not go, right? This our gross body, for instance, our hand.
류 참무데 너체 도송게 제벨롱디레. 너체 도송데레 다 배치리 류 참무 이지남시 그 제벨롱딩그레 대 참무 인지레.
So whereas the subtle body is the wind carrier for the appearing, increase, and near attainment mind. The wind carrier.
몽에나시 젬벨롱데류 참을 찾아오래. 샤리드제 류라바제 우묵나시다 이지나시 라바기 젬벨롱데 류 참으셔야.
So subtle body is the which wind carrier for the appearing, increase, and near attainment mind, or also the carrier of the mental consciousness. That too is subtle body.
당시에 도송게 젬벨롱데 니레 챈도 잡아들이다.
The mind, the wind which carries the mental consciousness is subtle body, and carrier wind of the appearing, increase, and near attainment is the subtlest body. Carrier wind for the appearing, increase, and near attainment mind is the subtlest body.
Whereas the mind, the widgest or the clear light mind. Now that is the the subtlest mind, which we call Nyungme Sim, or the local mind, or the Nyungme Sim Jambaya Lungda, Nyungme Sim Korani Mojibare, Nyungme Lungsin Yabude, Kuatoma Meva Niche, Yoyo Baje, Meva Go Yomar, and Joma, Sama Jabadun, Sanje, Sanje Kodan Tuni, Mojurin Kunire.
So that Nyungme Sim, Nyugma as local and Sim as mind, Nyugma as local and Sim as mind, subtlest mind. We translate subtlest mind, that which has come from since the beginner's time, and which goes for hereforth till to the state of enlightenment. That and its carrier wind, they are of one nature with each other.
Nyome Simda, Nyome Lungnibu, the Christian Lungnibu, the Mojiba de Mishibe, Tilis, Mishibas, Tendo Mishibadere. Do you tend to Misho Toma, Meba, the Sama Jejiba, Kuni Kakachi Mekenti, Mishibas, Tendo Mishibache.
So the subtlest mind and its carrier, that wind. Now they are tend they permanently, but permanently inseparable. We can say that inseparable. So thus, that they which can never be separated from each other.
Nyome Sim do say, Palitobe, Telecabo, Malitobe, Telemabu. Ange Tambu Sendu Tambu Gaugajo, Yanga Bumbu Sessenenda, Sema Chumu Sessener, Nige no Konani, Semiti Dose, Tilicama Gaukajuchi. Then Mishibi Telesigri.
So that lasting inseparable, right? They're inseparable from each other, and they sit inside that indissipating drop, that which joins the white and the red creative energy received from the parents, and inside which it lives, and that drop, which is the size of a little bean or whatever, that or smaller, that is named as indissipating drop, or inseparable. But that indissipating, or the inseparable, or indissipating, or inseparable, that is inseparable until one dies.
That's similar Tara Share Sim Tara to Tinaji, Gogan Nashi, the Sim Rabari, Migi Nashi, Nave Nashi, Naya Nashi, Nashi, Umu Nashi, Nabudi, Sim Gudani, Sim Rashu.
So now the mind, in the mind too, we should know all grades, the grossest mind and so on. So the gross mind are the 5 sensory cognitions. The 5 sensory cognitions, or the 5 cognitions of the 5 doors. They are the gross mind.
Me do say a day because the zoo Tungurava, Zoo Tunia de Carresana, Kashakami, Ombu Tunga.
So when we stare at an object, we see a form. There's some say that the eye faculty, it sees the object. Cognitive power, it sees the object, they say.
Migi Ombu de Miri Nala, Miga Nashi Jiaki Ju, Kuikin, Dajan of Chigi, Zojin Shento Tangwangaran Subata, Maria Chiori.
So cognitive power of mind, now a very fine part inside our eyeball, which causes which works as one of the condition for us to be able to see.
Te mige omboge tungumare, mige ombo korayan zure, zugu tungumare.
Which cannot be seen by the cognitive power of the eye itself, because the cognitive power of the visual cognitive power itself being a form can't recognize a form.
Mige shiba dig tungore, shiba.
But what really sees is the visual cognition. Visual cognition or awareness sees the object.
Mige shiba de la namshi yima de meba niyore.
And the visual cognition is of two kinds, which is a consciousness and non-consciousness.
Namshi de semre.
And consciousness kind is the mind.
Mige shiba la semi yingwa mare, senjung yore.
The visual consciousness or visual cognition not necessarily should be a consciousness, since there are a few which are secondary mind.
Mige shiba zo la taja zo lang de tong yong de, ane zo ge ngo zam rangwa ge rekhen de la namshi sigre.
See, when the visual cognition sees a form, then when a mind which sees a generality or overall form, so that's what they call visual consciousness.
Zo ge yu zo de nyongwa rwa, nyangso nyongwa rwa, rangwa ge nyongkhen de la tsuwa sigre.
So since that it has to feel that object, so that is the feeling part of that.
Zo la puri jes zo tong zo memba ma tong ke, ko ba risu chen de be cham chung he chi yore, risu je de tong he de on du shi sigre.
And then there's a distinguishing power, or the which decipher. So decipher is not a good word. That cognitive visual cognition, that which allows you to see only the visual objects, but not the non-visual object. That is called what we call dushi, or the recognition.
Mi ge zo la tong we on de mi shen mi shi ge zo tong de zo la ba da ge jawa chi ya ge me zu de chi yore, me ba de chi, no ba de chi ya chi, te len du je sigre.
So there's effort in.
Quand il est de mi qui soit de la quand on a eu voir zo da na shi kor de la tsowa du shi yore ripare yela cheba riba satine yore de me tsowa ge nyowa na shi ge nyogre ko zo ngabo de tongdang nyodang gang ge chebare ine de lo zu chi shong be su su jele de bu ji ge chani semi yima da se jong yin be cheba shewore.
So, as I told you, that it feels, as well as there's recognitions also involved when our visual cognition apprehends a form, and also there's contact involved, but primarily because of the various function performed by that visual cognition, if you would investigate. So because of that, a primary job done by certain kind of consciousness, so then there's a distinction between the consciousness and the secondary minds.
Tire said the Sinjo Mangu or Simchi called the Sinjo Mangu Yongore, Jeda sent the Sinjo Yawa de Shangoya, the Rede, the Shan Kabure. The Sinjo Majuzaji Mochele Yawa de Shango, Yabuchan Shangure. So she again get she couple Lamsami da couple, Kojiwa Yinzang. Near can get Guacha couple.
So now that since each cognition has at least 5 or 6 of such a consciousness, such as secondary minds functioning along with it. So that's why we had the ever functioning mind, or with a 5 secondary mind which follows all those minds, named as Kundalini and so on, which mentioned this morning, and as many as so it becomes not easy to teach. It's not easy to teach, neither it is easy to listen, because one has to make a very fine distinction between each one of them. So it is hard to teach, but we have to learn somehow that to be able to know that there is presence of so many other consciousness or secondary minds involved in the act of even a single perception.
다 미게서 인제베고도 제로기 제레기 제버르고 전부지 마도 제 미게 코도 여베 신종 강가다 미다 미게 나시다 지도 베 카카카가 베 멜마손데 남이 되지는 무샤야 요 말에 매고야데 거래서는 미다 코라 미게 나시도 그 콜 요게게 신종도 총대 남방에 총거래 미바 총거래 대 총거래 유 총거래 두 총거래 지월부 두 지바 판가는 두냥 미바야 지기 미사데 지기 미고케.
So now so we have to know how they apprehend, right? How our mind apprehends our object, and how the other secondary minds apprehend along with it. And how they all share the common object, but how they function in terms of how they are, though there are 5 different kinds of minds, but secondary minds, but how they share 5 things in common. Share 5 things in common, mainly the focal object, and how they share 5 things in common in terms of the condition, how they share 5 things in common in terms of the time, and how they share 5 things in common in terms of entity or substance and source and so on, that we have to understand.
semchigi korla seju ngade mata yore ngabudela kondusgre kosimi yin shenche ngar yode wore ta di gonde yungi nga yoke mege oyine mege be senjo sentanje kodo runge sama de yodeke senjo senji kodo mamu yore kangallo sonde namanga bu shada gore sonde namanga samma songkhenge songur yo mare sonde namanga songkhengela zodela simsigre kordela senjo sigre.
So now how we apprehend, how the minds cognize, or how the minds work, or how they how they apprehend the object, right? Each and every mind has 5 ever-functioning secondary minds with them, and also they could have 5 ascertaining minds with them. So if that mind is a non-virtuous, then it will also have additional several or many secondary minds, which works as basis for the non-virtuous minds. So in short, that each mind could have the many secondary minds functioning along with it, but each and every one of those secondary minds and the primary mind, they should share 5 things in common. As explained earlier, those 5 things, like the object, then objective condition, the time and entity, and so on. So that which does the primary job, that is called consciousness, and those who do the details, and they are the secondary mind.
Yeah,
so it is hard to explain. More we explain, it gets harder. And after a while, that it gets so hard, it does not make sense anymore.
미바 총 세대잖아. 생코레 미바 가바 미고나 그 거기 신종게 미바 집어인 거. 유총수도 심코 유가리 여바 신종고 유. 신종 되게 유 강인 바데 심 되게 유. then sonsia korani ki chisa ki dajen ombu chigile ten chigu yo.
So,
Number sonsu simdela yuga number kande shagu yo na sinjung kole shagu.
so now for instance, the sharing 5 things in common. The first mikvah, that a focal object, that on whatever object that primary mind focuses on, the all secondary minds, they also focus on the same. Then second object, right? Whatever object the primary mind has, that rest also have the same. Then as source, I said that source or then, the whatever cognitive power they begot that mind, beget that mind, so are those secondary minds. And number or the aspect, the whatever aspect of the form which is shared by that consciousness, the same aspect is shared by those secondary minds. So thus that though they are diversified minds, but they all must share those 5 in common. As an association.
Tu sonsu sim jiwa dong ku korge sinjung gaze yoyo de tu bachi du nyang du pala du ga du nyang du chego tu jiwa go.
So the sharing 5 things is common in terms of time. That is the time of the whenever the primary mind came in, or whenever it was beget. Whenever it was born, the same time is the birth of those secondary mind, and whenever it ceases, so does those secondary minds which follow it or function along with it.
That directed the mig zula dawa go du mig nam shi je ku ko le sinjung ga za do yo jibo de pa tong dang jibo man zu ni de ye chi dong ya yo ma re dong da yang ni ne ka yo re re de 미게 남시데 심리 그런 거 코드 집에 신중도 심마레 제가 심이 임베 온도 돈에 심들을 잘하시고 인자 미게 나시 나베 나시 나예 나시 지나 류지 나시 전에 온부 나시 가보데 나시 라바들이 배 나시게 나베 병원에 하슈 라바들이
So as I told you that visual consciousness, and along with it too, there are lots of other, there are many other secondary minds which also function with it in that act of perception. And so the consciousness, the primary cognitive visual power, so visual cognition, that is the consciousness, visual consciousness, and others which also function with them, that those are the secondary mind. Now, as we're talking here about the mind, those 5 sensory consciousness, like the visual consciousness, audio consciousness, olfactory consciousness, and so on. So every one of them are the gross consciousness. They are the gross consciousness or the 5-door consciousness.
That means to know to Gangalo, use some eager change your similar. Eager change your. Chazan Zoo died here, rejected to Trubuti. Eager Namshi couldn't think easy Namshi de Tamutiri.
So
Namshi Tawatiri, those.
So the whatever is cognized by the 5 sensory consciousness or the cognition is also the memory also is cognized by the mental consciousness, right? Mental consciousness. It can recollect on the things perceived by the 5 sensual consciousness. So thus, compared with the 5 sensual consciousness, the mental consciousness is subtler. So that is the subtle mind.
That should do Zanbe, the Jet Contos for Duni, Pa, Nache Tosuba, Noa Kalam, Cheba Mala, Nerto Nalam, and we say Jibuti go with Simte, tell us Sim Sijoni, see your time never, Sijo Yogoda, or Diego Sim to so, now she shouldn't travel it.
Now their minds are during the appearing, increasing, and near attainment mind, right, and clear light mind. That at those times, as you remember, that whiteness at the appearance, redness, increase, and the near attainment darkness, and the clear light. So since they are the consciousness or mind, there are also secondary minds with them. So those four minds, they are the subtlest minds. So now the base that now again to discuss about the base actuality of our present formation that we need to know in detail, and for that you study of the upper and lower Abhidharma texts, the upper and lower Abhidharma texts, and from which you can get the materials. And now at least we need to know that our mind, and our body, and the between common, the mind and body, and place where we are going to focus, where the pinpoint focal object, that those we have to at least get it properly, since that is the one we're going to practice this time. So you might feel that he really talked a lot, just pulled from this matter and that, and made us confused. Please don't feel that way. That so that don't feel confused. So because that even a beginner monk, of course, when he begins to study through the Brahmana and so on, and logic, and then he has to study Brahmana, then the Prajna Paramidhyana, and the Madhyamika, and then about the Abhidharma and so on. Then so one who has quite a good understanding to call that I have a quite good understanding about the base, that one must have gone through all those training, which requires several years. So there are lots of gishis in the West teaching, and I would say the half of them knows fairly well, or fairly well in detail, and half of them do not know much. And like in India, that there are several people who claim that I'm a great scholar in Buddhism, and for instance, a person named Professor Ubudaya. But he does not know distinction between the consciousness and secondary minds.
자시 제가 자식이 제가 치다 그 로니 데비트로 니르르지 파우지 수강만 세는 자부를 붙이시야 디코이 로 내가 된 조조 요래디 다도 하마고 산제나지 취지지만 송야지 리우지기 달려요래 더다 빨리 잠베 더다 이번에 하마고 그때 저동 서치기도
So one
데비트네지 그 로고요래스 제가 디제 더다 데바지 So
he has a text on Madhyamika that which it is a commentary on the Mula Madhyamika, and he has read that so many times that all the ends of the book they are worn out, but yet that he does not know what's the gist or essence, the message it is trying to carry. And that is the mistake, that the way he studied, there's wrong, the way he studied in the first place.
아니 의세len지 요새 샤용아 대당 신도도 벨레기 오게 롱가가 되는 요새 샤용아 니부데 노던 집어지요래 다시 요새 샤니야로야 요마래 아니 바도 그래 람도 그 요새 샤사네요 바도 그 서들라 줄르도 줄르 부모님을 소슈 고 손자로 그 람칠 고네 아니 시고 말해
So now here by activating on the focal or peat point net nu I use this term for net as point or peat and nu as activate, okay, activating on the right spot or the focal point or the peat, and then for instance then by the virtue of that ability to draw the wind into the central sushma and entry, abidance and absorption of the wind, and upon the attainment of the zokrim realizations, then when actual entry, abidance and absorption of wind happens, then the whole process of those signs happens like way it happens during the time of death. All the wind starts gathering in, and it actually happens the way the actual death happens. But difference is that in the zokrim practice, one is able to, from the clear light, one is able to arise in the form of illicit body, whereas there is no bardo. Whereas in a regular death, then one goes in the bardo.
다음에 난주 주지시다 야부 야래 정한도 지리 야부 공문에 가주 신한을 내토나 아니 받으시다 고야 요마리 받을 거야 요마리 때문에 조리 공부 있는 조리를 지 또바 줄이 지는 때문에 토바 야고 좀 마주나 아니 조리인데 알리제린을 때마마도 조링게 또바 지고 말이 조링게 또바 지로 쳤는데 야버려야지 조링게 또바 여지질래 마토나 시라게 아니 사치시부 용마 가져 껴도 용마 말이.
So in first place that without temper or the stability upon the practice of the kirim or the generation stages or the developing stages, that it is real hard to gain in the realization of the zokrim, and unless and also in the zokrim that until one gains a quite high level of realization, that one's improvement or progression wouldn't be that much as if one were to actualize the culture land.
조링 게 거서 조링 고문에 Padu Joe Mugo, Chichon, the Sanje Nugurova, the man Padu Mugore, Kanta Yimbe, Padu Naja Chezo Kangune, Padu de Avuji Shengurova, Kasin Sheji Sheima. Yine Padu del Sanlo Tangure, Padu Singed, Peshidu Nam, Use Tenchi, Use, Tonya Gontoba in, Use Mabu Trevore, Churro, Macho, Shiguyona, Use Denga, the Joy Land, Namshi Guja, the Turney, Roger Rugi, Rarangi Padu Truju, Tines ready, Tami Padu Juba in a Padu the Kinechi or Santongure.
So until that happens, right, that we can assure ourselves of we need not cross the bardo, then we should know a little bit about what really bardo looks like and the bardo of the human beings and so on. That you have a little teaching on it earlier.
Padu Yama Gonshe, Padula Heme, Yalengo Trute Hakone, Padula Lando Gum, Belaman Damajan, Yalinche de Tuna, Jiwaya Sachi Nugre, the Namato Genchina, Padu Telale Sadi and Kabuzi Yori. Padu singing it so true Yumbe Kudu, Padu Lula Zayo Mari.
So that and do that. If one is able to understand the Bardo properly, then during the Bardo one could recollect oneself about one's former practices and teachers and so on, again recompose oneself, and that could be helpful. And also the Bardo's body does not have the nadis in.
And a similar on Zanama talking. Better not go on to the Dino member, Takalet and Dile member, but Shugul have a carriage of Chigi, Ramavachiori.
So, since there's no nadis, so there's no control over the wind. That there's no control over the wind. So, since there's no control over the wind, then the mind moves everywhere like the little piece of paper or trash they tossed around by a huge wind.
Padula come yomari, Kankama yomari.
So it's
Sacho melung yore, come yomari, Kankama yomari, Kankama maybe jengi, Pado the Nimatuya yoman, the Hotuya, Yendagan ho yomari.
It does not have the white and red creative energy, and so because of that, it does not have the vision of sun or moon.
Takola soyore, Gadu so Gayatan, Sovatan, Jita, Shiraya yore, Mogoyadi, Tandushi yore, Yabachi, Rita Maria, Nyanyaza, Imbazuru, Trunong, and Dushi Mamu yore. That Telatan, the Gadu, Jun was a theater, and Roda Pandusun, Ramonsan, King, and Duje yore. Tan Rudeking and Namshiti yore. Meiji Pumbe, Chamdeke, Chabulungi Kyo, Chambu Jibu to Sony, the Melangu Luda, Lungu Luchi, and Roni, or the Trunana man has a Trunong Shinong, where Truna Chimbuyor Kola. That Trunok has seen Shesaiba, but you Truna Shesaiba, Jiva Draji.
So now that it has feeling, of course, the feeling of anxiety, the feeling of the rejections and feeling of the anxieties and feeling of being threat and so on, and also has the recognition of the all kinds of sign, sometimes recognizing somebody as one's friends or sometimes recognizing something as the very terrifying and so on. And there's also compositional factors and also consciousness which goes with it. And so all these things are present, right? All these things are there. And body, which is like a body of the dream, in the dream, and just moving in such a speedy motion that all around and all around, and the tunang, or the very dreadful appearances which it shares, like the 4 kinds of big sounds and so on, I told you earlier.
Tine sonza dandire cheo ngama lesa de ngazu melule ne be trobu mambu ngoshi mambu saju tongju yoba gongju yoba dose kangba yoba tsindela phonsung suba ozu yo tine zosa ta ledi zosung cheo ngama legi pemba somu beti zosa ta mangi jine puto maru rangchigo namshi de betone tan chin tsarri ka ke yo mare julu ku yung kheme khele ku jaba me ta rosa lumba de ju mane me san ro manyu padun ro manyu ro ga zata ro manyu sa ga lumba chin le lo ju me sa ta ro ba yo mare ju me yu to tru me ji bu chams ju me sa lumba chin ro ba me ba ji ji go cham ne be jaru la be ke ro ba cha sin jo chen chen sin jo lang chen cham de yo.
So I've become a real wanderer because of all those speedy four things present. And then whatever good throwing karma with which we have enjoyed a company of good friends, and with the good facilities which was provided by our past good throwing karma, which we have enjoyed during our entire life, and so on. That every one of those wonderful things we have enjoyed are left behind, and one is in such a state that where one is completely alone, just like a hair is pulled out of butter. That
today is padun jita to sanlo ton kujol soya uta padun jita mebar uchi ta role jun padun mugo chi kaji shinga leya ro chi tawshi te ada tine ji jure ta dinge du she ndi so ring go ya ke chada mare ti ine zaza chibur ta rang laba yudu.
So and whatever we have inherited from past, we have run that out and we have left behind, and nothing to show in our hand, and there's nobody, nothing more going to mail to us, and we are going to go in a place which is almost absolutely unknown, and no company of anybody to guide or help or support. So in such a wandering apart state, in a very great sense of the loneliness and sadness, and such a fear of the sadness. So this is not really a teaching on the zokrim yet. It's a sidetrack, but to let us know that we should do something about this when we have everything within our own control. That once we find ourselves in that state, then it is no longer in our control, or it gets out of our hand. Right now, it is within our own hands.
Ta tunda dewa chigi de luji nelu da zak be chalu tanda be lusin tumu be nelu shebe nibu de de ne to nsa de haku ta gomja dorin gomba ko de kawar bu jimi bate gugu na saja de zegu yor ta de haku go re de za ponya leji ji ju bes ta khasan ponya song she ba ponya se ya de leji ji de che dewa chimbi shi jubu ke to ke ponya yin za ho gongja ya de tene que poñan leji jidu deju zajule poñan leji jidu ba chodan rinda tamade sonyore poña dichen leji shin jobu chaya be shaya ge poña de la poña re taso.
So now the about the body
제단 지나 상송이 봐 지나 상송에 농게 poña zakami ba de la re taso.
So
제단에 지 분야를 타서 농 분야를 타서 사회 분야를 타서 먼저 공사대 자강의 인자다 농 분야를 타송들이.
So now we have to understand. Now the whole thing is that we have to understand about the body quite a lot, and our nadis, right? And the location. Now location, we have to know the exact location or the sacha, that where we are going to focus for our meditation, the focus, the exact location where we can activate. So I do remember that we had a good discussion about the messengers. That why do we call them messengers? They are the one who brings forth, because they are the ones who brings forth the pristine awareness of the inseparability of bliss and void, right? Or the so thus they are of three kinds: secret, inner, and outer, right? So inner one is about the nadis and the elements, nadis and elements.
다 자셴바슬레베 여름부 미바테는 공대발레 오마랄레 미바테는 공기이나 다 로오마나레 슈로체나 디젠헤지 이신 조부지야 인자 초두줄도 오마라네도 넘어들이스 다디지야.
So most superlative is to activate in the sushma, because if we activate the pit in the sushma, then since we try to gather all the wind inside the sushma for our realization, then it works a lot faster and better than doing it individually on other nadis.
다 오마라 몰로드 가르레서나 온신 바르마 초다다 지 추단 제베죠 난주 되지 제버지 리덴다도 쳐버자 소요 된조 자주리 단도스는 온신 바르마 초다다스.
So this is a quote from the Dechok Saju, or the root tantra of the Heruka, and Wangchi Parma Chodata.
다 주기 개체도 꼭 하고요.
So it's hard to understand for me at the just quote.
오신 줘야 가고 인지 알아.
Wangchi is 고마서. Wangchi is
우젠바스
Ukjin.
우파 담바도치 개체래. 바르마 초 지 추스디 드마요베 지추도 전지말로 고그래. 리수단 제비죠. 난주 되지 제비지 리데다도 쳐버자스. 다디만 대바자도마도 싱마래. 리덴 쳐서야디 리덴 쳐버서 가서 봄에 전도마 세주가 가서 자동대 쳐버리고 말이니. 리덴말로 쳐버자스야디 돈 거르에서는 제린을 자주어를 조린을 자주어리 조린을 차례 오면을 자주어리 니자와 인산인데 네 답변한데 송요래. 쳐버자서 알리 리덴다도 쳐버자서 다 쳐버자 오늘 가르쳐 그래 술을 쳐 그랬지 로고지르와 쳐버자서야디 셰야그 지르와 대인자 최근 수유 쳐 그랬어. 거기나 난줄지 있어. 내가 난줄 되지 쳐버지 리덴다도 쳐버자서 최근 난줄배 쳐고고요. 난줄지 쳐 그래. 난줄 가르쳐 쳐 그래서는 제린 호도 손을 하에 내주지 제린 타신 산이 한 산에 주 뭐야 지금 저그래 제와 인자 조린 고해서 제린 타신 것이 고고요야.
So Ukjin Parma Chodata. It says Ukjin, which means that giving out the wind, or the exhalation. Exhalation, Parma as in between, and Chok as superlative. Okay? The exhalation in between and superlative. Tichu is for the urine, and it says. So, sorry, I could leave it. Now the Rigdemala Chobacha, it says that make an offering or appease the Vidyani or the Rigdenma. 수유 쪽으로 저캔데 가르기 쪽으로 수유 쪽으로서는 난줄지 있어야 돼. 될래고 지리리 루래. So 난줄 되지 제버지 리는다도 쳐버자서 난줄지 있어야 난줄도 줘야 돼. 난줄도 가르에서는 제린 다른 치니 아니
tarichin sani de jirin be tema tarichin hondu sonwe laye ne jus den jirin be tema to jirin tarichin sadu jene laye ne ju gombe danjur tigi chogure seza ta zorin de la jirin tarichin sanma do goyamendo wa ode zorin tarichin jirin tarichin be laye ne ju chogu jikje ali tije.
So it says should be appeased by, should appease the knowledge lady, in bracket, knowledge lady. So now it says by a yogi. The what kind? The one who has fully accomplished the 11 yogas. So all the 11 yogas, okay? Should appease that knowledge, in bracket lady, that by yogi, that who has accomplished all the kirim, those 11 yogas of the kirim, and so it clearly shows that one who is going to do the practice of the zokrim requires the realization of the developing stages.
Jirin tarichin chani, jirin tarichin be layi na yurgi chogure, sulu chogure, chosati kari chogure jana, riden dadu chogure, riden chogure, ridema sito za omari. Ta zorin ga layi na yurgi za omari chosho chogure, choba.
So such a yogi or in a aspect of deity, one who has accomplishment of all the developing stages, should appease should make the offering, or should appease the knowledge, in bracket lady. And what is that knowledge lady? Is the central Sushma here.
Jirin tarichin chani, jenil haya gung, ta zorin gung za oma chogu gadu chogu, 다도 쳐버자스 니마리를 두두 년세 두두를 통제네 쇼게는 공단이 제는 쇼 생하치 제네 두두두 전다 후다지 공사 레버리 두두도 쳐버지 쇼죠.
Now it says that then if one has to, such a yogi has to please that knowledge lady, which is the Sushma here, meant Sushma, then time, it says 6 times a day.
다 온전 버모 초다던 수도 온전 세가르스나 로전이게 나게 롱 아주 우 아주 지버리 로전이게 롱도 추더니 오만나래 주그래 저다 온전 스티리.
So as we had first that exhalation and the in between and the superlative, right? Now exhalation, exhale, not necessarily exhale, but exhale the now wind of the two chana, right and left, and draw all of them inside that knowledge lady.
Paramasid unje parama choda paramasid uma rojani ki parula yede parama uma de sigre. Sesa kuni ki u dinjeni chogo za ka chogore ne tini paru yebe uma de chogore jota unje parama.
So then we have to exhale those two, we have to exhale those two winds, or we have to take those two winds of the left and right channel and offer. Now the way do we need to offer? Now in between, right? The in between, that is the Sushma here.
Choda dance parama unje parama choda dance za uma dele 장구로 망고 예배나니 장구로게 나니 초도 줄어버디 대외 장구로 잡았다 대외 장구로 최고 죠 최최셔야데 루장의 롱도 수 대대 팀공에 돼 오면나도 슈네 팀송 제고야 돼.
So the superlative, right? Then in the Sushma we have a few different locations like the navel, heart. Then the superlative, as it says, now it should be directed into the Sushma at the center of the navel chakra, navel, the superlative or the navel.
저세 장구 대외 장구지 대외 장구라 미바네도 너구베 되는데다 미바네도 너는 공부해야 되지 chod dewe zangurji. Ta wani tila miba ne do nune zhiyi chudan jebe jang siya di, zhiyi chu siya di chidila siya la siya ki gedu ri. Di tsu juri na radal kukuri, kaan maabu ri. Dewe kaan maabu tila mingwa, ta siya la jima laba chu yushu kiro, gedu yushu. Zhiyi chudan jebe zhi siya di, juri na jidang zhi siya di jima shimbu yung kukuri di, zhiyi gedu siya la siya di tsu juri yung na kaan maabu chaa la kukuri. Tengi zang, dewe zangu nala yubi, zhuye jiya ke dongmu, taa tiba jiyo rwa, zendali siya di. O tila miba tena gongu kuyo ri.
So, along with the, which we had earlier as the teacher, as urine, but it could also mean accordance with the way the wording of the original word. Now, what here meant is that red creative energy at center of navel. Suddenly, on that suddenly, we need to offer. Kamabu. So now, please not forget suddenly, but just say the red creative energy here. So, red creative energy.
Zhiyi chudan jebe jang sidu, dewe domo la miba ne do nene gongu ba maze, jiu karcha de le pe gongu, jiu karcha mahapo, zendali yamba, kunin dusho le dene gajin rengu jibarda. Jangdak.
And as it says that on that red creative energy, they're focusing our mind, right? Offer. So it means that to the practice there. And it says, and also in the same line, there's also in the root text. The also meant, it also refers to the white creative energy on the crown of head. They're bringing down and...
Angende, dewe bema longa tela ka siya di jagi. Chaje siya jiyore. Dewe bema longa tela ka siya da gongju mambu, tele mambu gonggu di gonga, ngotro jiyore di jun tabari shindi chi di songu mendo. Di me songa ya ka re sana, di yoyong tumu ke zoring re. Ta dewe ma zasong una mana ram, di wa longa barwe tsangbe mi, 동자 돈이 힘에 감시 다음에 도디 용서 강화 쇼셔야 롱오마 도어지 가도 가된 변산 틀린 시야되다 조선도 이제시야다 틀리 좀 메시 포베랑 루즈 니부디 나니 되는 고야 될롱 르라네 되어두가 심라네 도모두가 니지 다실로 송시에는 되게
So now if we explain 3 shlokas for me hereafter, now that takes care of it.
당에 사제장요. 다 전다의 셰서를. 그러면 우신 버마 초다다 지이 추던 제배장 난주변의 다도 추스 리든 쳐버정 세디 셰서 다 공부야 된다. 다 공부 거래에서는 대외 자손 은나마나 람 띵워 롱게 버베 상배 미 동차도 년 힘에 감시데 다음에 도디 용서 강월을 쇼셔야 될 사제장 흘리야 다 조ring 것이 공부죠 다 된다르데 되게 셰데바 강고로 디 된다리 된다 셰게 되어 된다 마신의 지 공가 셰데바 제디 공야도 가르 공부 니레지 공부 디 가리 마스는 디인세야 요 말에 고는 공이 가리 미션세야 되래.
So now so far now we have been quoting from a root tantra, right? And giving the authenticity of the where exactly we are going to meditate. And this is now goes the how. And as it goes that in your long prayer at the end, dark colored, the rum, do you remember that way we have that? Yeah. When the reddish black rum located at the center of 3 energy channel at my navel has been set ablaze.
Trishan Juju Ransin Pangi Su, Dote Lang and Sambe Gurju Pe, Jeon Didon Tudon Sewayi, Daga Lanji Keji Dribble Shosa, Pori. Poa de la Yojang Dang Yong Shijuki, Poa Dang Yongjang Po Yore, Metsu, Picha Yomarilla, Pichan Tina Le Yomare, Chidubasun Yoma, Medi Mashu. Ngarasu Nyalenchia Po de Chibari, Chin the Chi Sasuma, Tena Trishan Juju Ransin Pangi Zu, Dote Lang and Sambe Gurju Pe, Jeon Didon Tudon Sewayis, Trishan Seade Lungre. Joju Sudani, Lungdan Drani, Pangi la Mingu Yonida, Telemigu, and then Jobu Churu, Andro, Jeon did not hold us, and Jeyunge, the Bangadi Ashu, and the Tuge, Pangi la Panji, two Taime the Sin, and Kashishan react, and that Tedan Sewa, Dagalam Jikaji Drover shows, and Dagalamsa, Dagalam the poor, he should Saricha. Dagalam Jikaji Drover show, and
Deep non do it.
I'm not do but you're going to change. Do want to tell you, Jiro? This Javachi Patichida. Yeah, do it. Chirolo. Didn't you the Aloja and Kajigan? She over something. This one. Salon to the young is the Tatalri. The does. The Daya does.
To the lam, somewhere called you.
The Dilan and somewhere Gurjubi. Jayun didn't to the Sevay. Dagalanji Gaji Dribble
That's all.
Or the poet search.
So,
this one.
lattice.
The non Pamus was the tea you do.
Not all.
Non Pamus was the tea, show to the sugar kakema. Somewhere going to tell me, Tadon Bochi, some Jatumo memory, Tim Washi. That they were Bemolong Matelaga Adu.
That's all.
They were Bemolong Matelaga Zimo, Lisita Litigation show, the Ocho Daji Timber show. Tame which Tomon Zidema, do the Mugaji, when you use Tame to the Yoson, Conver show. And the career. Tadi Tame Shulani Umachori and Shagman said it is. Tadi was also in a manner rammed away. What that is she?
So now the prayer, the one which comes just before that, is through the. It says through the path of central channel, and going through and passing through the Brahma chakra, and the blending with the bliss and void mind of the yogini, the one's mother yogini, and by the path of the take, and in an instant may I be liberated. So that's praying for the practice of the power, and then just after that, one verse is praying for the inconceivable, uncommon, inconceivable yoga in the long sadhana, and then one which follows after that, that's about the practice of the major sushma of the central channel, which we are not going to discuss here. So, when the reddish black drum located at the center of the three energy channel at my navel has been set ablaze by my upper and lower energy winds, and its purging flames have seared away the degenerate constituent energy drops from my 72,000 channels, may my single channel become completely filled with pure creative drops. Now here we are, and now I will set the table of content for this practice.
저기 돈주 되면 그때 가도. 저지. 매일 경험. 저 제제니래. 오야. 다. 넘버라. 제대 지라시제 넘버 2. 대부송 차려와. 주는 디사송아. 다 자제도 먹어야지. 자제인 걸레시. 넘버 2. 다 데레. 대주부리다. 자와 데레. 자제 정도 전에 롱스 다 사제니 롱 오머 되네. 니레 롱신 오머 데르와 자제 롱신 오머 도공 송수도 차지래. 니레. 롱신 오머 도와다 돈을 공부 니레. 롱신 오머 도와다 돈을 공부를 니제.
So now the gathering of the wind into the central sushma. That's the first step, and second step, and the meditation after the collection of the wind into the sushma.
다들 세계전에 대외 자성 의나마나 람대고 롱게 버베 참배미 동자되니 님의 감시 다음에도 용서 강월이 쉬어서야 돼.
So
다들 군수 비잖아요. 야. 라트송아.
So that is the verse we just read in our sadhana. Now we're making this table content for that verse.
다자 조링원지 공부가 있는데 조링원지 공부요. 정도니 좀아지게 다제 넣으래.
So during your zokrim practice, beginning with the taking of refuge, that we have to meditate on the taki or the sadhana. Especially focus when you're doing the guru yoga and receive the blessings. And do the recitation of the sadhana. Not only that, after when you through with the verbal recitation, also add with the mental recitation. Since you're going to do the zokrim anyway, so you could either miss the Shajun zokrim, which comes in the recitation section, or you may do it. So, for the actual practice, that compose your physical feature that into the Verodhana with same feature. Don't visualize the body mandala and chunju at the center of the heart. Don't visualize. Then visualize hollow inside.
Chuma put of Jabazuru, Chilu Kuzu Nejuma Yimbala, Nolo Le Shapava Kuramado Meke, Nolo Mabuka Conding, and Don San Gongore.
So completely empty inside, that like that completely empty, like just like when you blow outer skin in outer skin which holds the young one of an animal bone. When you blow it in, then you feel the empty inside, right? Like balloon. It's like that kind of empty throughout.
That dinala Zasung said
And inside that, you visualize the 3 nadis. The central sushma with the 3 features.
Seva, Dangwa, Numba.
So,
Changwa, Seishin, Derva, Derem, Karsugure. Talo Saragmedu. Sa Oma, Dangshin, Seva, Timachi Mamitabu, Jamshin, Numba, Pemen Damatabu, Changshin, Rumba, Chishingi Dumbutabu Siri. Changbo, Rumbu, Jagajugameke, Shakadu, Jangbo, Zauma, Sebu, Numbu, Timagi Mamitabu.
So, they're very clear and lucid, like the lamp, like a light of a, or tilbad, the light, like a butter lamp.
Mangshin, Numba.
The red and neat or clean.
Jaji Jukua Tabu. Jaji Sudi Jasuri. Jasu Mushem. Jasu. Jasu singing La Jasura Chiwa. The symbol Jaji Yorwa. The Kopi don't do. Shankan Lodi Pibe go to Kwa Mabu Pi, Kwa de Mabu Yimba, Mabu Madingi, Numbu Shibujori, so Yashujiri.
So red dye. The red dye, that extremely red and neat, just looking very neat, or the like a paddle of it. So I think requested for a break. Someone.
Chaje Yegi Chaje Oma Dugun Sons, Chaje Sa Chuni Juni Dumbe Mema, Denma Jiumari. Da Oma Dugun Sons, Oma Doatan, Long Oma Doatan, Doni Gumba Nije. Tamu Za Oma Dua, Long Oma Dua de la. Takishana Jamruni, Yendegi, Pata Mata, and Shajon Gonda Mogun de Muche, Lune Je, and Tonragun, Tasum said.
So, with detachment, right? Detachment. Now, it says the way this introduced is the indirect introduction to the Trini or the nature of the mind. And now, to begin with, the how to gather the wind inside the central channel and then maintain the meditation. Now, how to gather the wind into the central channel. Now, first we should do our taking of refuge, till to the mental, verbal and mental recitation, and whether we do those 2 zokrim, jajum, zokrim, whether we do those or not, is all up to you. And then you visualize you as a body and as a deity, as you are, but empty, hollow inside which you visualize the central channel, which is transparent, lucid, and neat, and red, and straight.
Za Uma Mabu, Daniel Samade Manim, Bagada Kadache, Yani, Pensamsu, Puva Hariche Devche. Jewel Mapu, the Yayuni Budella, Romata Jamani with the Rila Majavi Switch, So tuju tu deva sunu majarche, Romajama niche, Mahative was chiche, Yana Nabu Nila Sudevache.
So now you have the central channel, which is opening on the forehead and straight down, and your right and left nostril. Sharing the opening with your right and left nostril, you have the right and left nadis, which are very close to the central channel, but not touching each other, not touching with each other.
Zasumba de Manateva Katole de Bodong Chigche, Sonjaki Kotong Jivache, and Yazichi, there's the Kotong Jivache, Kaka Susche.
So all these three nadis sharing a one bottom, right at the navel, they all share a single bottom. But then after with a little gap, then they have their own passages. But at the one end, inside, at the level of our navel, they share the single bottom.
Ta bodong te na lo la ya, ta lu, zao ma de lu ge yu na, ya yun chebe yu ta be, yu ta chambu, jiang de chebe jiao de niao ju gu yu re. Te zao ma bodong yu sa dang a rang zi tang da zao ma yu sa nian bu de, ka tu ke go re. Kuni non sun de pen ge ma re, gong de pen ya ya ma re, ka tu ke ba ji, ne ma chu ba ju go re. Jana bodong te na lo, yi ge ram yi ma bu chi.
So now it should be really in the midline, we're in middle portion of our body, that dividing red from left and right, the very midline of the body. But when we in transverse, sorry, not transverse, at the midline, and then from front and rear part of our body, slightly closer towards the back, and then at that level, then we have those three nadis, and we have to visualize a syllable letter ram, and remember that we have to be very meticulous about the spot, that try to make sure that we are visualizing that syllable letter right at the place where there could be the central sushma.
Dewe zasung yu na mana ram chawari, shadan digi duwa ram de maa bu yinba la mana mege rang shen yinba. Rami de lenza maa shen de pei ujen tsang tong digi re. Yige ram che, ra che, ram gu la da se kong tele kong la nanda che. Rami na se dili nanda da jeba chi sang lu tong.
So if we are on the not on the right spot or location, it would not be very helpful. So at the right spot, then inside that nadi, inside those nadis, at the very center, then visualize the ram syllable, the ram, which is dark red in color, the red but dark, and with the crescent moon and the ball and nanda on top.
Rami chi shung de rima zi chi.
The size of the ram is almost like it looks the size of a illumination of a goat.
Te sang lu tong, rima re sung la. Ta long ru gu chu se go re, te de u ya dong de u na bu ye yang ka ba gu ju gu ne ju ju gu ga ka go ma re. Ka ba gu ju ne ju ju ni mi ba chi ju re ma do u ju ka go ya ma re.
So we have to visualize, or we have to imagine. So we have to imagine or to visualize, but we need not block our nostrils with a finger.
Tamu tangu yon pa pi, pe kui che, ko ne no ne ru chu u pa tong ju re, u pa tong na bu yon bi ko mi yon la da go re, yon bi gu yo sam ba che go re, long pa pi.
Exhale from your left nostril, and also watch your air with your left or with your eyes by looking down on it. And also mentally think that now you are breathing out.
Then me yell done and the way you long burger somebody long page.
And also breathe out from your right nostril, watching on towards your right, and try to also think or make yourself aware that you are breathing out from your right nostril.
Ni katol then no you can long burger somebody long page.
And again exhale from your both nostril and making aware that you are breathing out from both. So do that 3 times and repeat that 3 times. That is the what we call 6 round breathing. Or 9 round breathing. And then they hold waist like breath, waist shaped breath. Receive the wind, lower wind, in form of invitation. It says that you draw a little bit, but not all the way up. You just begin to draw or draw a little bit of it. You draw half of, up to the half, that low wind, and then start drawing the wind from the upper. Breathe through the nostril, never out, never let the air out of your mouth, nor breathe in through the mouth. So, as you completed with your breathing from the upper air through your nostril, then swallow a saliva as if to press your wind down. So, and have your old wind just at the level of your navel, along with when you are trying to swallow the saliva without making a sound. And contract your abdominal muscle that towards your back. And complete the draw of the wind from your lower part of the body.
Oh yeah. And long kajare, or long tense, zober tense to oguzum shuchum majavati, oguzum chene, or long zober ten.
So draw the wind from your lower part of the body, which means that close your anus a little bit, and then bring your wind up. That's the sign. So have your mind enter inside the slipper letter Ram. So have your mind enter right inside the slipper letter Ram. So have your mind right inside that syllable letter and hold your wind there, that and SF. It is curing the fire. Curing the fire and make it glow. That it does not ignite, but it glows.
Meta ya member you do chedu meta de seru chini ya yoga na go me ba ku seji ma hu chi yo don de na je ra yi de mem ma hu chebe go de 그 가도게 대외 자송부터 나로도 봐. 마후르제니야 세 매어게야 세용으로 붙이 살도.
So that slippery rum, now which begins to glow because of that fire nature slippery rum by being cured by the wind. Now it starts to glow, and it illuminates the surrounding its area. All the passages of nadis along.
자부스가 망생생도 제로야지. 대마 생생도야 돼. 미기 니마 다대지요 말이. 니마 통배면 버치죠. 랑신 방일 랑일이 쇼바. 랑신 그 통그래. 이게 랑메게 방이디 랑이디 임버르 제고를 마도 랑이 비게 매바 수수도 와진 소 때되는데 버치는 펜도 말이.
So it glows and it illuminate the area a little bit by its glow, okay? By its glow. Now watch. Don't be a spectator, but be a spectator of the rum. But be yourself the rum, and you see around that area. If you watch it happening down there, it will never work. That be yourself the rum, and you see that it is glowing around.
다 메디어 맹어 자운데 되게 옷 파동 거래. 마디아 용으로 오가 대자 네 버루지 라딘 거 말와 베디베 우주제가 네 버루지 델 쇼도 그래. 슈치무 쇼도 그래. 되게 메디어 마지 제 공에 된가래를 파동 거래. 가래 동야 돼 나군 동 거래. 칸 자와인 동지요 말.
Before it gets uncomfortable or before it causes discomfort, that allow or let the air out, and that let air out. Don't never control or hold the wind until it gets out of control. That also never let the air rush out. That always let it go slowly out, and never let air out of your mouth, but let them pass through the nostrils.
딜로 슈치모 마동와제 올론 태니웨 안데 대부 제르무지동 한파 조선데 올론데 야 제가 지마바
So
예수고는 예수 우야도마도 같이 제원내체
let air out gently, very gently. Take time, very gently, and let it go. And then, moment you are exhaled and over it, then let the low wind go halfway down. Go halfway down, and if you need a rest, you can have one.
다양주야 호네 되게 나오제 롱부 바전수 차두 류즈주수
So again, start and hold the wave-shaped wind, holding, and repeat it about 7 times.
라이드 메마 후리제야 차로 차르손에 라이드베 메드 차로 차르손 야야야야 말 차드즈 손에 되네 양주 된소 차주지 양주 되바드 좀바고 되네 멤버베 메바체
So that's a ram.
바요 라미텔야 야 우가바 다가 라이텔야 멤바요 자텐 강가나르 메치든 로니 자텐 탄제네 메이 책
So try to think that that then repeat for another round of 7. That in that case, then try to think that it glows far more than earlier and excels in its heat, and then it actually burns or set ablaze in the next round of 7, and the flame goes through the nadis. All 3 nadis, all the nadis.
대 메디야마니 자텐 강가나 칭바 인자 아니 자텐 수요 놀로베 컴 데버도 같은데 강은 여버 봐 미라치 다가 나오잖아 그 디바다 디지 상물로 냥들로 봤어.
So when it goes through all the nadis throughout the body, that then it burns out all the dried creative energy and so on, all those impaired creative energy and so on. Every one of those are they're all the drag and so on. They're burned, and along with them, it burns all the negativities and obscurations and so on.
자드제 제바에서 너무 잘나나 매된 루에고도 매게 창에게 감기 니마츠바 감기로 깡루치 아니 다 되네질면 니마 강가 매게 식 디지츠에 식 어디네게 미바체는 사드제지.
So with the focal object or the visualization of that in the first it dries out the drag of the creative energies, and then in the later rounds burning up those dried dregs of the creative energy, and along with one's negativities and so on.
Tenio za kam dama to be lugu to le za chen kang na le kam dangma ni di sik cher dangma de be kang ma shu yong ni za song du sal ma bo yong lugu me le be za ki kang dama kang ya be ja je ni ya den du yong ho do sim lu ni kang lo de be za song du be na la kang le den du.
So by the virtue of the burning of all the drag which are in the passage of nadis, and now all the essence-full, the nadis, they start flowing from the crown of one's head as well as from the lower parts of one's body, and they gather at the spot where we have those three nadis conjoin, where the three nadis join each other.
Tene ome mani rojange mani umanala ju seorde kodung ji inza misege majune jiyo imre ta rojani ge khamde ma shuyun ganga umanala yanzune khandama ganga umanala yanzune sachiu bado uma be khamge dada ko nguchu no je karbo be nguchu ge jamaro je uma khamge khamge khon de chimbi shiji dewa chimbo be shi samji me shebachi dewa de dongye nge be de dong be de dong yi so,
and then all the fluids which are in the right and left channel, they all start flowing inside the central sushma or the central psychic channel, which fills the entire central psychic channel like they're filled with mercury, that looks like filled with mercury. And because of that filled central sushma filled with creative energy, then induces immense great bliss, and bliss which induces or apprehends the emptiness.
Long hajar dunze chisum. Ta long bomba jeni shitaji de sonjuri. Tambo mede mekasone ni shitaji me parni me dunje me parni dunje. Tene kam shwe de o men nan ya ju ni de dong gi shi sang lo dong de long cha dunje so ni shitaji.
So now the after the drawing of all the creative energy inside the central channel and contemplating on the bliss and void, or equipoise of bliss and void, you do the 7 rounds. So thus, the first you do the 7 rounds where you cure the wind, cure the fire. In the second 7 rounds, you set that cured fire into a blaze. And third round, you maintain the bliss and equipoise of bliss and void.
Tadi rimbo gombe kodu gonghe kora tawa she chimo yina ane telen zaba yungu yore tinde yina olong hele tengore olong hele ya zoba ten ane jene telong gong ya cha she chewa yina cha ge doge jang yungu yore talong she chewa yina ningho la tenbe tenlong zoba ma tenne tenne jene olong deya ten oda tenne rabu chegine 아니 저 지금 저 지금야 저 호흡도 가려면 저 침무하고 지금 너는 공사 너도요 야고 말이지 벤 미바 라위 미사당 대외 동무 마르샤 요사님한테 가도 막해 버려 자오면 나로 막해 버려 자오면 실로 개로래 농오마 쉬고요 말 실로 쉬노래 실로 쉬는데 저도 호흡도 가서 지금 또 집에 여러 보고시 차용해는 부터 메디어로 된대 차와 침무 용주래 저 도마 지도는 배 못하는 뭐요라 뭐 찍하고 겁스게 저부터 다 뭐요 와치는 배 찍하고 대야 침무 지죽하고 여름부 저 집에 gem어서도 가고 지금 디모도 와치 지금 노나 한번에 지금요 되네자 두서 다바 캐버지고 저 칠로 지도에다도 공대는 농 오마르 마주 칠로슈 쇼는 쇼네 텐송제 쇼네 텐송제는 사주면은 다도 니바면 자자 배 민주당 도와게 다도 야마 추네 지금 버르지 니바가 방도 메주니마 방도 마샤 자자 도와게를 샤자 대 베리바 고린 메바샤비요 되게 펜토고요 말이 롱데 오마 칠로로 쇼데요 오마 나로 그조도요 말이
So if you have a cold problem, that problem and so on, then if you draw the wind from the bottom, it could cause a little problem. So thus in such a case, you can draw your wind from the upper part first, then you pull the wind from the bottom up. And if you have the very strong tantric, which meant the problem like the upper back ache and so on, that the strong blood pressure, I think, the blood pressure and so on, then you first draw the wind completely from the bottom, then draw your upper wind down. And this is how we skillfully have to do. And then if you sense the generation of the heat, that if you sense the generation of heat, if it is sudden and if you feel with kind of a little intense heat or strong heat inside, it is not really, it is a sign that our location is on the wrong spot. We're visualizing on the wrong spot, that it is not really heating on the exact spot where we have the red creative energy and the inside central sushma. So if there's, especially when it's really, if that heat is very strong and so on, it is a sign that it is somewhere else and the wind is going into some other channel rather than sushma. Whereas if the initial heat you experience is very subtle, like one needle, and so on. Also, if you have to wait for it, and it takes time to produce that, and it is a sign that it is on a going to be, or it is on a proper place of the where exactly is the sushma and the sushma. So, and also other signs like if the wind is flowing in the wrong spot, if we are visualizing on the wrong spot, then it's those signs of the 8 signs, like the mirage-like, smoke-like, and so on. They won't be in order, that they won't follow the order. Sometimes you might feel the smoke-like first, then followed by the mirage, and so on. So if these things does happen, then it wouldn't work. It wouldn't be helpful, because we are still activating on the wrong spot, and those things would not be helpful.
대외 가서는 저 컵스도 붙는데 찍하고 찍어가는 논이 여보 내도 송이 머리다 근데 제 공부고도 저리 공부이나 녀마지라 더 주제 공부래 등여지 뭐 통상시라랑 맞아버지 공대 후다지고 지리는 도서 다 지리랑 공부고도 더 많이 제토는 야버래 차제 뒤주는 줄 다제 것도 야보고 근데 지금 더 레저를 제샤샤네 냐네 빈부 용구요래
So the heat which we experience is more very so subtle, like the tip of a needle is illustration given that very subtle and very teeny, then that's a sign that it is on the right spot. And also when you do the practices, that you should do as many as 6 sessions a day, and those sessions should be also fairly long ones.
Ta dewe tsason yo na mana ram tingwo long barse tinglong ten wo long ten che tingwo long khajur che me de barre tingwo long barwe karina tingwo long bar manara tingwo long barwe changbe me che changbe me dongzha de ni me kam si za dongzha de ju de ni na ye be kam ge ni ma su mi zha chi de dan yang de de ba tsu si be me ba che dang me do de yong su gang wa shuo dang ma ge do de za wo ma de ya kong chu ye de je ben na din jo zo rin na la yin na me ne me de ya pa de ya jo ni ge yi ge nga de si de ne ya drebe on yi de si de ne ji wo han yi de si ma jo de na zo ben pa te jo jo se be jo se ji ji shang bu yuan ba de shu tu ge yi ge nga ba de lang yi be si de zi be da chu da bo lang na gu ye shang bu ye ban chu te rang ge na bu yuan ba de shu de we da ge ji si ba de ya so de ne ya drembal nge su je de ma di ge yi ge ya so de ma yong gu ya pa si gu ya ri ya so gu ya ma mu yo re de de gu ma se su chi gi tu so da ga na ji ge da nga se ba to de wa be shiran du che wa nya le de de bu nyam so lang de bu de yo re ni.
So here what we do is like we cure the wind, right? First we cure that wind syllable letter, and in second set of the rounds, we set that ablaze and which burns all the dreck in these all the 72,000 nadis and so on, and on third round, then it fills the entire the central sushma and central sushma. So that's what we do here, right? Whereas the in the Heruka practice and so on, you will find like it's a lot more complicated than this. They're burning the all 5 letters at the heart and burning the at the throat and hung at the crown of the head. Then they are sending forth the light to one's nostril and receiving those 5 letters from that of the one's guru or all the Buddha's 10 direction, and coming back to the nostril, restoring all those letters back, and so on. Lots of restoration and burning and restorations in a fairly complicated way, whereas here it is very convenient and simple.
Long oma doa de sacha dune gumba de la long lula nebe de druba de simla nebe tumba druba nire de long drugo inza.
So second is to accomplish the so accomplishing the bliss by activating wind on the body, and accomplishing the voidness or void by activating on the mind.
Ta dangwo long lula nebe de druba la za song se da ga dire de ma rimba che go za uma de mana me banga da khanda che da bu ranen jo ma seve banga da khanda che ya ne me san su ba da ga che so ba hari ye de ba che.
Now the 3 nadis which we visualize for this, that for this next, this is now new sets, okay? Therefore, that's same. The central channel opening at the forehead, that is same, but the bottom, now it is much longer. It goes clear down and shares the opening with one's secret organ.
Ta dambo uma doa de tungo de gungwi ne dagi na sha gung den rangi da chi da pa mimi ba domba ne do ye
So
ja ye wa da ye uma de ya ni chi wo ni ma ko ni mensan su de ba ma na ba ga pe me dama sumbe chi ni ma ka da che do ye de ba che.
So now if you are still doing the meditation on that syllable, the ram and so on, then try to think that the ram disappeared into whiteness, and then within that you have your central channel which extends clear down to your secret organ, where it meets the opening of the three-petal lotus at the secret organ, and opening at the crown on the forehead. That is same as earlier, that it has its top opening on the between your two eyebrows.
다 얘는 많이 니가를 춘주 마부 주송을 해리 살도.
So in both places, the top and bottom, you visualize a red chunjung, or the reality source, that triangle, that in both places, top and the bottom.
춘주 주송도 우세 취제. 주송게 자와 파사되나래야 보바 요게 이공 요대 버지. 이공 요게데 자나리 하수 주송도 간 말로 같이 어디 마대. 대야 수수요 수진고래야 돼. 수니 월을 파트지. 호도스여데.
So that
만나래다가 나시지.
the three-dimensional, that triangle, which is the opening on the one tip, and which is stuck right in the central channel on your between your eyebrow, and also one same thing which is on the tip of your opening at your secret organ, and has the opening at the tip of that reality source, or the chunju.
야니 춘주가 나로 될 텔레카보 용도 나시 지가보 직제.
So inside that reality source, there's a little white ball created to drop.
가보 되게 늘라 다늘 샷스 그래. 공부.
So right in front of it, or on the east of that drop, there's blue, and on the right is yellow.
제도 마보.
At the back or rear is red.
이거는 정고.
And on the left there's a green. There's green one. So thus there are 5 creative energy creative drop. So we say like the east blue, the south yellow, the west red, and the north green.
Telling about the Rara again, dodging was it today. Kabbalah was a Kabato, Mabula was a Mabato.
So each one of those drop radiating their personal color. So, and concentrate or focus on those mind, that on those 5 tigli or the ball, as if your mind is within them. So, as a sign of that you have a strong focused, you have that focused concentration there, you might feel that a little comfort on your forehead, as well as little pain, more or less. So the 5-colored, the drop between the eyebrows, as it says in long prayer, that's it.
야로 니에게 오마마 구데사게 라카텐로 타마 고사게 오메카텐로 야데데고리 대대니 텔무버든 늘레테 세부이에던 마부 저제네 나송도스요 벤 오메카테데 야데군고리.
So when you feel, when you concentrated on those 5 ball of 5 drop, that as if your mind is within them, then you change, then you move those five, right, and onto the crown of your head, and again it is moved forward. That what which face in front is the blue color. The one
조링 도방원에 지어 있는 배 공바나지 템바 아토다 바차 야산데 있는 도스 공 먹어체 내 옆에 먹어체 지우다 텔링아 요새 지기 가버 텔마 장신 가번 자용네 장신 가버도 파부 지고바나지 동그 타바도나지 짠날 만자용네 되어지기 지글 만자용네 렘베바도자.
So it comes on the crown of your head, and on the right of the crown of head, you concentrate on those 5 ball, and then if you are really trying hard, then try hard until you gain the tempo or the dependable realization on it. Then if you are just doing for the receiving the seed, at least concentrate for a while there, and then try to visualize that you receive a string of the bliss or white bliss from the white ball, which drips like a cup, letting the string out from a cobweb. It So it starts dropping down or descending down, and it comes at the level of the throat, and you. So you remember that it is we're talking right inside the central sushma, okay? That it comes that string comes right down to the throat, you experience the bliss. It comes down to the heart, you experience the supreme bliss, and then comes down at the level of the navel and feel the exceptional bliss. And at the tip of the secret organ, it comes, and you do the imagine that you have received the simultaneously generated bliss. So then it further excels in the bliss, that when it is nurtured on the tip of when it is at the tip of the secret organ, and then it starts moving out from that reality source as far as about 3 fingers breadth out.
If
you choose to do the holding of the waist shape wind holding, you could do that. But if you do not, then if you are just doing the meditation for the pakcha or for the seat, you can just do the plain meditation. So those who have the cold condition, we call it, and then you could have, if you visualize like or think the dripping of the flowing out of the creative energy about 3 fingers length, that could cause you to lose your nocturnal.
내가 대 동방이 대동이면 공고래. 렌치지가 마치 더만에 대동 공고래데 사발 렌치지도 저 대동배 니버도 공고래.
So you can make that a little shorter, about 2 fingers breadth or 1. So especially they tried at the secret organ that the exceptional innate bliss at that time try to contemplate on the voidness as well, that comprehending on the voidness, or that bliss apprehending the voidness. That must be done.
다 로조게 가와시 차서 나야 텔리디 야도 장신디 야도 그래. 장신 만나르 데바디 야야야야 치니 산에니 야도니 때에 봐도 말에 버들라 아니 매대지 가와.
So now again that when we are through with the in the order, the bliss in order, then again we start drawing them back.
근데 때 니가 해봐는 조가.
When it comes to the navel, the bliss at the center of the heart, supreme bliss.
되네야 레벨레바는 제버지 가와.
And when it comes to the throat, then it is the exceptional bliss.
되니 지우자에 텔레 공부지게 까보요라 nga 송게 지게 까보 코라 많이 우사 텔레야 팀 대이 버들라 대버루들라 아니 매대지 해지지 가와.
And from throat to it merged back to the original drop from where it came forth, the original white drop. And in between that area, the innate great bliss is experienced.
다나가서 뭐가 예제 인상 시다 그 용어 말 내가 원에 제와이네 또바 틀려지요래. 또바 예제래 개이나 가와지 제원에 레베 빠루 틀라이베 가와 치숑 하고 그래. तेला गवे छोगा गवे छेगा गवे लेजिस चेन रेले जिजी योबादे लोय पुरी जेने गवा चुरु दिजे ongense thugu yore ha dada tilerong thugu mare dine mi batembu yagu jenyaso lengi ina han so saya do gawongi jewa ina dedong jung han samjime shaba yagu yungure darin deja ta lo sin la nebe tongba duya da rebongo de che dinga san shoshu ani sanje lore rebongo de je
So, and now actually right now we are doing in the form of visualizations, okay, right? Or the mikpa, we believe we received bliss, but when it really actually happens, that one is able to even differentiate the bliss, and among bliss itself, the bliss, supreme bliss, exceptional bliss, and innate bliss, and so on, that one can see the degree of bliss one experiences even between the crown head and the throat. And thus he can differentiate or grade all those, experience all those 16 bliss throughout, and will be able to tell every one of those that one can tell, one will be able to recognize, one will be able to recognize all those 16 bliss very distinctively, that and tell. So, and able to hold the bliss and void, contemplation on bliss and void. Now tomorrow we will discuss about the activation of wind on the mind and comprehending on and actualizing the emptiness, understanding of the emptiness, and the next step is enlightenment. So that is the teaching on tomorrow.
That's sanga ge nyale labar do sanga lamere tosa yu toshe de la lava changyo manzo de za de jucha de la de dongor
So
we da tomba ning but mena and jucha za ni me ba chile ya han ji chi de bare.
So we are trying to reach the highest goal of the highest goal of the Tantra. And the material we need to actualize that goal we have set for ourselves is the bliss in void. And if we do not have that, then we are trying for something which we do not have the material.
Dewa lenchi ji dewa, umba nyeju ji dewa de la, nyanyu yo na te yi pe che na kwa rupa chi cha pa che na, me che, jiwe me che, towa la kri. Tongpa de ya wo chi sang lo, tong nye de towa zi ta, no yi she ru chen nye pe cha chi chi ma je, so sa di yung ma je na, tong nye, so sa di yung ma je, tong nye to ma re, suna sa je chi mu go re, tong nye de ke chi shu chi re.
So, therefore, the bliss, if you do not, if you have the understanding of bliss, for example, that from your ordinary examples or the ordinary contacts which you have with the intercourses and so on, then using that as an example, then one may understand.
Donye le kwa chaba yine tiba chimbu be nyalen yin sa di me ba chanchu yi sim me na donye be ya ta ju to ngo su do ne time lang long do re ma do ti chen na la shu to sang a pa se re jenju ji do ji ne ju ba jenju to be lu ju yu ba tin de sun sa time le du ro ji na au zi re nya wa de ma du na.
So, and where's the emptiness, subject to the emptiness, that you need to understand that, and you need a very extensive study of the emptiness itself, and to really understand, to gain the correct apprehension of the emptiness, one needs a strong background of the collection of merits and so on. So that understanding or the thorough understanding of the emptiness becomes, or extensive study of the emptiness becomes imperative for us. And even if one has the thorough understanding of emptiness and has even the direct non-conceptual perception into emptiness, but if one do not have the bodhicitta, that understanding won't bring the enlightenment. That furthest one can get is the nirvana of the lesser vehicle. So thus, that bodhicitta becomes our most indispensable instrument for this practice as well. That without bodhicitta, that however hard one may try, let alone that becoming a tantric practice, it does not even qualify to be a Mahayana practice. You must remember a story about a yogi of Heruka who attained the stream enterer result. That is one the result in the lesser vehicle, Sravaka.
Tā jāngshū sēntī yāpu chē mā gōngba tā yō mā rē, tsō bē, tā tibā chē mē lāṅgō sō shīng rā bā tē rē. Tēn yā sā jāngshū sēnt gōyā tē lāṅ rīng chē yō na, lāṅ rīng nā shēng rā bā, lāṅ rīng chē yō rē, kāngō tsā kāshī chē yō jī rē. Tēn yī nē, lō chūng chē yō na sā bā yō rē. Lāṅ rīng nā shēng gō mā shī nyē tēn sū chē wā mē, tēn chō tēn shī nyē kā chē wā mē tā bā, ngā sōng kī tōng ngā nē sōng bā chī kī chāng rū, lēn rē yā jā tē, lō chūng chē tēn tēn mā yī nā khōng rū tēn chī chū tēn bā sī tē rē. Tenali yore. Ta tene ma jane niji jansin zala mashi tengen be niji chi kabu yindu. Tele roba de lonyo tende me moji janju sini jungwa tele daji nyamba jiwa siya saje te ma rugi yina lo kusab chiwa yore. Janju sini chi lao yore. Oto su nyane ta ti che tsadu yawu jima je na chu le tajume, si le tajume, kan le tajume chi paru te le de yore. Susu dojung che kale kawa togu jo 내가 사지 제로 소주메 갈래저 도구메 차로 그래도 어떤 데 이상 야구 전에 친들려 봐 치마 봐 가네 이내 용거리 어두스려 야
So that's why in the bodhicitta, our study of the bodhicitta becomes really very important, and to have all those requirements well prepared, or the once well trained in them. And you must have the Lamrim teaching, and you should try to do your Lamrim practices, and especially the practices like through the through the 7-point mind training. This 7-point mind training and 7-point mind training, that where it talks about the development of Bodhisattva through the compassion and love and so on, and with these 11 rounds, the in 7-point board, like exchanging of self with others, and with supplements from the 6 courses and 1 result and so on. So as we have already started a program of Dharma practice, now we have started and we are doing it, so we should, why not do it well, do it proper, do it correct, so that we will have something at the end. That otherwise, if we do everything half-hearted, then by the end of the life, we will find nothing in terms of Dharma to show. Neither we have accomplished anything in terms of the worldly activities. And we will find somebody who has accomplished nothing in terms of spirituality, neither in terms of worldly accomplishments. So we will find that everything, that lost everything, that having to lead a very hard life and having to have nothing to show and having to be at worst, to having to see that one's whole life has gone waste. So why not do it well since we have started? So because of that, I would like to tell that we need to go over all those what I had mentioned so far, especially the training of the 7-point mind training and so on, and do everything right and properly, and that will bring the happiness in this life as well as happiness in future lives as well.
Long Oma Duni Goya de la Shuluka Chile Mindugo, they Zasson Una Mana Ram, Dingo Lungi Barre Tsangbe me, don't try to in comes, Dame do Ding so commercial Raya Uchosuma Chiche. That Juma de la Cadonga de Mesam Telene, ne Telecadonga Yumet. Jiwo Sun the Koya Chin, Jiwolando. The Chu Jones to Johnson Gabo Mapo. Somewhere Chuji Sunduba Dato, Soneki, Chunjung and Mapo. Yebo, Mede, Inamapo, Minayate, Jayebo, Medega, simple shows, don't that it. Shem Machine Siomari. Taine, Chinjuan, Togun, Saint Gina Lona, Pishanala Ujiri.
So now as you have now this little, it took care of the 2 verses today, right? That we had the teachings of 2 verses where it started that was labeled the rum and it cured, and second, setting ablaze all the dregs of 72,000 nadis and filling the whole central channel with the bliss, right, or white creative energy. Now in the next, when the 5-colored creative energy drop at the center of my eye, center of my brow, has gone to the crown of my head, and may I be fully satiated by the 4 blisses that come from the stream of moon liquid originating from there, falling down as far as the stamen of the water-borne lotus of my secret organ, and then rising up again, so that this we have finished too.
Yeah, thank you so much. Dagi Jinin Sabe, Chabara Jisun Losan Daba, Yetembe Nyamurindo, Seje. Zizava Sharaleva, Omzamuli, Nombala Juchan, Yodeda Lamchundro, Domini Jinda, Ramochi, Asam Jishi, the Yuye Pa, Mamembe, Loto, Color Ramochi, no Ramochi, Somo Ramochi, Lambo Ramochi, Lambo Ramochi, Acho Ramochi, Maba Ramochi, Tereshimbo, Yamama, Tuama, Loma, Gada, Vedom, Dubum, Nasema, Tichama, Nyema, Dava, Ramochi, Chole Namba Jeve Jetsi, Usola Dami, Benjuru, Pusunsa, Sangshin Yido, and the daughter. Adela Madama Nage Zagan Sodun Lasa, Quende Chugo Ponyanas, Movo de la Gaye Gobu, Chena Gishe Yoa Meva, Chunguru Trube Kolo Mako, Tseji Mebe Ponya Ye Leje de Don Yeshe Temba, Paye Mate Leje Vajaj, Kason Nuje Vajaran, Raya Reje Dombara Temba, Senye de Don Yeso Nyefa, Seya Boche Sembe Lashi, Sangama Jaye Boche Bozo, Kana Laye Fonso Doja, Cholama Yela Dojet, Namshe de Nagama Churu, Leche Chatu Masemiyo, Maso Reze Chondo Chewa, Sendo Naga Leye Dongo, Rodene So Chushe Yuga, Nye Kange Zogo Chiri, Pube Zime Kachu Chibra, Kange Tsende Chuwa Mahre, Gonde Sola Ziji Mebe, Padune Sanjime Chewa, Kachu Game Jiso Zimba, Trisha Jodu Rase Bayi, Dode Lamne Sambe Burcha, Jayo Dedon Toda Sewa, Dage Lamje Geji Duwa, Nange Pamo Sonze Trishe, Choge Dodre Shube Kar, Sambe Bone Chelama Yiso, Tado Bawo Choji Ruba, Deve Abe Mo Longa de la, Zeje Mebe Kajane, Lesen Zala Trishe Shu, Dewa Choge Daju Simba, Tame Uji Domo Zide, Dode Zongara Shebe Ruzej, Haye Juno Yonso Nije, Sonjo Dewa Shimbu Sa, Deve Zaso Yuna Mana, Dewa Lungi Barwe Sambe, Donja Dunye Yive Kamse, Tame Dode Yonso Kamara, Kado Ngade Meza Dile, Jiwo Sunle Chongwa Dachu, Sabe Chuji Sendroba, Yeba Mede Gaji Tsimbra, Tele Dile Kove, Jube Ranu Laso De Yok, Tase Jasu Pumbo Jude, Rale De No Yiso Jinga Neson Chewa De, Onse Judo Meba Nyume, Sonjo Dewa Chumbe, Ramo Shene Tato Chungwa, Salon Tele Yewan Yiso, Senye De Chensu Boba, Nabo Naruba Me, Nage Tade Rode Chungwa, Dona Lama Jesu Kache, Dewa Meba Jiso Zunga, Padu Meba Nyudo Tache, Shaje Jingo Komando Tache, Mejon Seji Jaya Jino, Tete Loa Mebe Demo, Dage La Santa Beku, Nada Mebe Neguru Basho. Yeah.
진짜 딱 비다 보면 저지는 뭐지 그러니까 약부지 그거래서 약부지 맨날 피나 또 많이 느끼진 않지 건강이 그렇지 근데 가지
달라winda 티피션 데가
그래 나요 따뚱이 주의 저기
그게 좋네요 친구들 사는데 친구들 사는 개발 주셔
다크
비모고 내 민주 제주 자셔만 됐어